Every speaker has said exactly why we are here, and that is because we know that a word, a hand, an idea, direction can change a life. I, in 1977, left a high school that you worked every 2 weeks and you went to school 2 weeks. You were trained to be something, not to go to college. You were trained to take some job, some type of job. But I always thought, wow, there are people that go to college. I want to try that. I really would like to do that. And I got a scholarship from a local sorority, and I said, I'm going to do this. It was actually a $1,000 book award, but I thought it was the world at my age. I went to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio with my $1,000 book award and thought that I would have books. I actually knew I needed books, but I thought I'd have books for life for with $1,000. Little did I know that only bought books for the first semester. I didn't have any direction because I was also a first-generation college student. And I will tell you that I, too, had a tough time. But I thought that was so wonderful that the sorority gave me that book award that my sophomore year I decided I'm going to be a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority because I thought that was so cool what they did for me. And even though I didn't have any mentors, I had some direction because the older members of the sorority told me, you're in marketing, you have to become a member of Laws Hall and Associates. It's the on-campus, for-student advertising agency. And if you can get on that, in that organization, you'll be able to go to Needham, Harper, and Steers or any major advertising company in any major city and at least get a job. I didn't know that as a freshman. The members of the sorority told me that. I say this to tell you that little piece of advice changed the direction and the trajectory of my life. I was the first to graduate. I encouraged my younger brother, who was 4 years younger than me, to graduate from college. And when my nephew decided that he wanted to do something like go to college, how do you do it? I sat down with him and gave him direction, and he is now the owner of a small business in Dayton, Ohio that employs 31 people.
Right.
Chad. So I ask you and I implore you, everybody in this room gets it, but I'm going to ask you to do one thing, and that is to perhaps take something that you find out tonight, a picture that you take tonight. Would you consider putting it on social media and talk a little bit about ACI and the Peer Mentoring Program and the difference that it can make, not only in that person's life, but you can change a family. I believe that I have changed the Diggs family, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of my husband, too, who is also a first-generation college student. So with that, I implore you to share and ask people, your friends, to support what we're doing here. Support the ACI Peer Mentoring Program. Art, do you agree with me on that?
100%. 100%. My name is Art Norman, Channel 5 News. And I want to let you know, Dr. King says it's not where you come from, it's where you're going. I was so honored to meet the president of Eureka College tonight. I got to tell everybody I know that a black woman is now president of the college where Ronald Reagan graduated. I know what you did quelling the riot situations in East St. Louis, and wonderful job, wonderful job. She's part of the solution. I just want to let you know that I'm part of a first-generation family as well. My dad went as far as school as the 5th grade, and my mom went as far as school as the 8th grade. I needed mentors. I came from the wrong side of the tracks, but I couldn't let the wrong side of the tracks grow up in me. My mom was a Rosie the Riveter. She worked at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. She welded those things and built ships while my dad was overseas serving our country in the Seabees of the Navy. It's not where you come from, it's where you're going. I look back on my career as the former president of the National Association of Black Journalists. I am a mentor to lots of kids through the NABJ, kids from around the country who want to be reporters. I touch them, I grab them, and I'm gonna say, this is how you do it. I touch kids as a member of the 100 Black Men of Chicago. We spend Saturdays in Inglewood, some of the worst communities in town, mentoring young kids. We also do the same thing with the United Negro College Fund. I'm also on the board of that. We are about solutions. And I'm so glad that everybody in this room is on the same page. I want to do something. I'm a reporter, but I want the two young people that spoke before me to come on over here. I'm going to put them on the spot. Stand up here. Where are you going to be in 10 years?
A billionaire living in Chicago. Come on. A billionaire living in Chicago.
A billionaire living in Chicago. How are you going to get there?
Getting my master's and giving back to my community.
God bless you. God bless you. And where are you going to be in 10 years?
Hopefully in the ICU as a nurse.
Oh, do you know that's a good career? There's a critical shortage of nurses. Do you know if you work the 3rd shift in Baltimore, they'll give you a car. Thank you very much, young people. We are about solutions. I remember as a young man being on college campus, watching Dr. King come up on the campus and talk about healing. One thing I liked about Dr. King, we were a melting pot. My friends were white because at night we would all get together and talk about integrating lunchroom counters. Today, those same young people are still my friends. We must help these young people of tomorrow. All they need is a nudge, a push, a kind word, because I may come from the wrong side of the tracks, but the wrong side of the tracks is not in me.